Alright, let's begin. Go to Poisson. Oh, well, I accidentally skipped Paimon's dialogue. Thank God. I wonder if we're gonna see Navia then.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Lyney. Did not expect to see you here, sir.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice.
You're looking at a wall, Paimon.
Over here.
There he is. Lyney, it's been too long.
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
I do wonder how many characters we're going to be seeing though, or if it's only going to be Lyney, Lynette, and Ferminet. Oh no, we're also going to be seeing Neuvillette, because I heard his voice in the trailer.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson?
Poisson?
Wait, Paimon's got it. You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, a good guess.
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Poisson?
Oh, are Lynette and Ferminet here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
Yeah, there's an extra person here. And a cat.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Yeah, what's the father up to?
Well...
Poisson?
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
Hello. There she is.
You scared Paimon half to death.
I mean, it makes sense why she can sneak up on people. She is used to assassinating.
Father, you're here.
Got it. I'm actually super excited for this story quest.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know.
No, we
It's
do.
all probably super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right?
That's why I want to know.
We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
Oh no, we were definitely prying. Tell us.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now. Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
A little bit, but it's also at the same time, like, they did also help Poisson, you know? It's just such a good name to say. Poisson? Yeah, well, we are a little curious.
I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future.
Well, you're playable, so we're most likely going to be on good terms. And to be honest, we've actually had some, like, very good interactions with the Fatui, so they're not all bad.
As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past.
So I have heard a few things about Arlecchino, about her, like, possibly being a descender, or part of something else. I was meant to read into it, and watch some videos on it, totally forgot, so going into a few of this blind, so I apologize if I missed some things.
As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
Care to tell us?
What sort of rumor?
Thank you, Paimon.
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Phantom child? So a ghost?
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
So what, is it going to be leyline tomfoolery?
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth.
Interesting, okay. Not the direction I thought this was going to take?
So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all.
Ah, yes. Resolving.
If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors.
Hey, I'm down for that.
Lyney, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
Thank you, Father. Goodbye, Father. Yeah, what are you being up to? I mean, she wasn't as terrifying as when we were having the tea party. I couldn't help but feel intimidated during that conversation with the knave. Now that she's gone, it feels like I can finally breathe again. It wasn't that bad, come on guys. See, even the categories. She also suggested that we stick around for a few days. But why?
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings.
That's cute.
You're quite well known in the organization already.
Sick.
A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy.
To be honest, I feel like we didn't really have that much of an impact in Fontaine. I feel like everything would have like kind of gone the same if we just never came here in the first place. But it is what it is.
If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Alright.
Alright. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny.
Totally.
Wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Ah yes, Paimon so quickly to throw her own morals out the window over some food. Sick.
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today's the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen.
The man can also cook. Fair play. That's what you love to see.
Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
Alright. When the Hearth-Flame goes out. Don't like that title. That's interesting. Might need to reset my PC as well, to be honest. I'm getting a little bit of lag. Actually, you know what? Since things are lagging, and you know the Knave is known to be glitchy, she'll just come home. Damn it. Oh, there's a Ferminet. I just wanted to test things out. You never know.
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Wait, wasn't this the house we used to trap Farina and then bring her to the court? I'm pretty sure it was anyway.
Awesome, thanks! So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies.
Ah, let me guess. We need to help with it.
With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with.
God damn it. Every goddamn time.
There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate.
Yeah, when you're not killing people.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
Sounds good. Oh, these are the children. Okay.
Lyney, you're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Oh, never mind. He's also part of the house. Okay, never mind.
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
Oh my god. Is that the Traveler?
It's the Traveler and Paimon!
What's up, my guy?
No way!
Oh my god.
Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Again, I don't feel like we really did that much, right? Maybe in like the other regions, yeah, but Fontaine? I feel like we just kind of took all the credit.
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
How about we leave Paimon here to talk to them, and then like, you know, we can skedaddle.
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous.
Paimon, we are literally known throughout all of Tibet. We are very famous.
Of course! Father and Lyney have told us so much about you.
Damn, also Arlecchino? Interesting.
Father told us about how you helped Lyney.
Ah,
According
okay.
to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give.
That's
As you
cute.
can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
Okay, so all of them are part of the house. Gotcha.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands.
Honestly, I don't know. Well, I don't know the power scaling of the Traveler, because we haven't really seen them display their full strength in Fontaine. Like, they stopped some boulders rolling down a mountain. Sick, I guess. Like, we just haven't seen them in a cutscene, pretty much.
I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just 3 days.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all!
It's not even a rumor. It's true. Mine's also a bit of a stretch.
Oh, wait. When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right?
It's not a thing over here.
Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you.
I mean, we do have a bunch of things in our inventory. I'm sure we can find something.
Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions.
No.
Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison.
Yeah.
I've got both.
Psychopath, I got you. Actually, no, we could take some poison. We'll take it.
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Hey, actually, you know what? These people aren't too bad. I think we can learn something here.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right?
Got a
When it comes
point?
to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know.
You know what? I like these people.
I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
Wait, when you said gifts, I didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics.
These are very important skills, Paimon. This could help us. We need this.
But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them?
Hey, don't let Paimon speak on our behalf. I'll take them.
Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
Based. The dangerous suggestions keep on coming one after another. You start to get a bit overwhelmed.
Selwar, I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts.
Okay, so now we've basically got a bunch of assassins that are willing to work for us. Sick.
You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really?
We definitely feel the love.
Awesome! It's been so long since we've had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know.
It is weird to, like, think about that these two are, like, killers, you know?
Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Hey, to be honest, the poison thing is actually very helpful. We'll take it.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
The supply room was a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be.
All right, see you later.
Alright, toodles.
Bye!
See ya.
Lyney, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
Yes, they were being very honest, Paimon.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth.
It's like, you're just talking to what he makes, and it's like, yeah, man, I was able to assassinate this guy within, like, 7 seconds. It was pretty sick. What about you?
When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem
Whoa,
child and was
okay.
abandoned by his family.
Okay, first off, I no longer like you. And bro, he's literally a kid, but now, what do you mean when he was really young? How old was he? 1 year old? His brain's not even developed. Okay.
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one.
Okay, so don't trust any food or drink that comes from her. He needs to be removed. Gotcha.
Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions.
He seems a lot older, I'm just saying.
I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
Nah, I appreciate that. False. You are a monster.
Wow, the Traveler and Paimon. I finally got to meet them in person.
They don't really seem as intimidating as you hear in the stories.
I mean, honestly, if you were to take us from, like, the stories, we're kind of like this all-powerful, intimidating figure. But nah, we're just a group that jumps on a bunch of mushrooms for 10 Primo Gems.
They'd probably get along really well with Filial. If only they got here sooner.
Filio? Who the bloody hell is Filio?
Filio, supplies
Oh.
are here.
Never mind, we are talking to him.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Oh,
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about.
a reasonable reaction, thank you.
It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
See, he seems calm and collected, so he's probably going to be a psycho as well.
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
Yep, unfortunately, Paimon's stopping us for like 6 to 7 weeks.
Oh, good for you.
Wow, that's so interesting.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Nope.
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
I'm not a play kind of guy.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Maybe.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting.
Let me guess, Frena's gonna be a part of all of these. As you spend some time talking about popular culture, the atmosphere
After
becomes
this
more
mission is over, I
relaxed.
think I'll go get a manicure.
Yeah, these two are very normal.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
See, it's the fact that they're so normal makes me believe that they're the most chaotic.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
No, the more normal they are, the more dangerous they are. That's just how it goes here.
I heard that.
Oh my god! Someone actually heard Paimon's comments? That's unheard of. It happens all the time in like Genshin and Honkai Star Rail. You'll just be chatting about someone like right in front of them and they just can't hear you for some reason. Thank you.
Oh! Oops.
Paimon, we're literally like 2 steps away.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
Are you sure?
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
The plan?
That's enough, Filio.
Go on. That was some interesting information.
Don't talk about family members behind their back,
Ah.
right? Whatever. Let's go.
Okay, they actually might be the normal ones. Now I want to hear about the plan.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
So are those 2 siblings? They have like same color hair. Off he goes. I mean, truth be told, she isn't wrong. They are crazy.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here.
We're getting some family drama. We should observe for now.
You're right. We're only here as guests after all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lyney's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
Lyney!
Looks like there's more trouble in store next month, too. When will it end?
Hey, just focus on the positives. At least our time in Poisson has been pretty relaxing. Don't you think?
Yeah, I feel like these 2 are definitely siblings. Or they're dating. Either one. Or both, I don't know.
So, What do you think of the members you've met so far?
They've certainly got a lot of personality.
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind.
See, I feel like that's the goal Arlecchino actually has, where she wants to raise them all as, like, you know, independent. So then she can, like, kind of disband in what the house does, in a way. Because, like, you look at the trailer and then you look at the name of the quest. It seems like she kind of wants to, like, step down. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where they take it.
Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Let him cook.
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Freminet? What are you doing here?
That man just appeared out of thin air.
Well,
You're acting sus. What you up to?
Freminet, nice to see you again!
you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
Thank you.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Seafood soup. Don't know if I would be a fan of that, but sounds good.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
Were you looking for something just now, Freminet? Maybe I can help.
Or maybe he was hiding someone.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
So yeah, from what we got from the trailer, it seems like Ferminet was protecting the one they were trying to eliminate. So I'm guessing those extra supplies was for that person.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
That person also being a ghost, it would seem like.
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
Called him out real quick.
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night.
That's your excuse?
Could be because I'm growing, you know? And...
Sorry to say, my guy, you're always gonna stay this form. That's never changing. Yeah, so what's the extra cloth for?
Freminet,
Quit your bullshit.
you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work.
To be honest, it does bring up a very good point. Trying to know when Lyney's lying is very difficult.
Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Oof, bringing out the brother card.
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
But the drama, Paimon.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
I want to know whoever it is they're protecting.
yes. Just follow me.
I feel like he was also giving us the go-ahead to follow. Well, we're in this now. Wait, hold on a minute.
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Wait, isn't that... Wait, get a
Hello, my name's Lyney. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
What was her name again? Chevy? No, it wasn't Chevy.
Hi, Lyney. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth.
That is her.
Just like you.
Wait a minute, hold on a second, let me pull this up. Clervie. Interesting, so it is her. Huh. Oh, this is actually going to be very interesting.
You can call me Clervie.
Clervie?
So it is going to be Leyline tomfoolery. Gotcha.
It's nice to meet you.
Damn, I really want to know what Arlecchino really thinks about this.
Does that name ring any bells, Lyney?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in.
Damn, okay, I just got very invested. Holy.
She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Freminet. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
That's adorable.
For how long?
A week.
About half a month now.
Okay, so around 2 weeks. I was close.
So ever since we got to Poisson then, do you have any idea what you're doing?
Uh-oh.
I know what I'm doing.
I mean, realistically, this is what Arlecchino wants. Like, for them to become independent and make their own decisions.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the House, Freminet. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I wonder if Clervie told Ferminet about Arlecchino when she was younger. What was her name again? Like, Puer? Probably butchering that.
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that.
And also his own personal morals.
Lyney, don't you remember last year? Chapleau nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect. And not a single person was there to help him.
The guy we talked from earlier. Okay.
That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life.
And I'm guessing that voice was Clervie.
That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
Or maybe it's all the children that passed away there that's, you know, helping each other. Because, you know, they're all a big family. That's actually really sweet.
So what you're saying is, that was her?
Or maybe
She
just
was the
her.
one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility.
We actually might get an emotional scene between Arlecchino and Clervie.
If Clervie were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do.
Fair point.
But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family.
That's adorable.
I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
Nah, I can respect where he's coming from. I think he's doing the good.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
So, does a ghost need to eat? Seems like she does.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clervie in danger.
I do like it that Feminet's kind of getting more of like a main role, because it was kind of sidelined in the main Archon quest.
Come
so
with me.
It's nice.
There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Ugh. Alright, just don't be too loud. Oh, but we get to chat with Shelfrey. Clervie.
Those two sure care a lot about each other.
Tell us about your best friend.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off.
I mean, you're the only one seeing that, Paimon. They clearly care about each other.
No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that.
Tell us more.
I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last.
Oh yeah, because she has the because she still has the old teachings of the house. What do you mean?
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
And that's maybe why Arlecchino wants to disband in the house or put out its flame so they can escape that fate.
I'm sorry, Lyney. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I, for one, wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
We're your family, man.
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Lyney. You called me brother, just like Lynette.
Yeah, you've grown up together, man.
We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest.
That's really sweet, man.
Later on, when you started calling me Lyney, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Yeah, so Lenny's only mad because, like, Freminet kind of betrayed that trust of, you know, not telling each other things.
Lyney,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met.
Oof.
I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Freminet, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood.
A really good family relationship.
You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone. Not if I can help it.
MVP brother, man.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between Lyney and Ferminet. Maybe we should go check on them.
No, they need to sort this out between themselves. I'm pretty sure they're doing just fine.
Oh, it's raining. I should put my clothes away.
We are literally in a cave. Oh my, okay, hello?
Perry?
Oh,
She's not here either.
is that the nickname she gave her? Perry? Where'd she go? No.
It's time to eat.
This is so adorable, man. The nickname Perry is so adorable.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or...
Yeah, sorry for not giving you any personal space when you're trying to sort out a family issue. Yep.
Oh, wait a minute, Freminet. You're not crying, are you? Is everything alright?
We should not have a place in this.
everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
To be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if Arlecchino's kind of watching. Like, she probably knows that something's up.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
A reasonable answer, but sometimes having guests around can come in handy.
What are you getting at, Traveler?
Basically, Paimon, we need content.
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Oh yeah, totally. That was exactly what I was thinking.
I just... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you.
Nope.
I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
Man, Lenny's such a great guy. Just what a Chad.
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clervie over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down.
I mean, we could just, like, ask her, right? And she's also a child, so I feel like leaving her alone isn't the best idea. I feel like she's gonna just run off somewhere.
That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
The only way she's gonna disappear is if she talks to Arlecchino.
I've tried that already.
And?
She's searching for Perry.
And... nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but... after some time, she just reappeared. She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
Aww.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
We've had a few encounters with spirits. They need to normally fulfill the thing that they want to achieve.
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll
There you
let
go.
go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines.
Correct.
Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
I feel like it's just common sense, innit? Happens all the times in stories.
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish.
Ooh.
First, Freminet, I need you to promise me something.
Yeah, her wish is to literally talk with Arlecchino. It ain't gonna work well.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Lynette's just listening in.
Of course. I promise.
But at the same time, you're also betraying, like, Lynette's trust now, right? By not telling
Alright.
her.
Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Lynette joins in.
I swear.
Nah, I knew it. Oh, I called that. That's sweet. What's up? Man, you're all trained to be like stealthy and assassins, alright? Always expect that someone's eavesdropping on you.
Whoa!
I just love how she's keeping this pose.
Lynette!
You scared me.
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister?
Yeah, you can't play that off, my guy. You betrayed a trust, man.
And, when exactly did you get here?
This is cute, man. She ain't happy, man.
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Freminet.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, they're all family.
You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. We did nothing, alright?
Wait, what did we do?
We got involved.
I've seen Clervie around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out, you were just hiding her.
So I wonder if other people of the house know about Clervie then.
I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
Based. And you were trying to hide it from her.
If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
Oh, fair play.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette.
She's just gonna say the same thing as you said to Ferminet.
Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clervie, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Sounds good. Yeah, that interaction was nice.
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys.
Okay, so Ghost can eat. Also, the food has been untouched, so probably not.
She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Well, this is the first time I think this has been brought up. Like, anytime when there's a scene where characters are eating food, it's like, oh, I'm so full, we've eaten everything, and then everything's remained untouched. Well, she is a spirit.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clervie can interact with the physical world at all.
But I feel like she's kind of in, like, her own world, though. Because when she was walking around, she said it was raining, so... Oh, it was also raining when she passed away, right? So maybe in her own world, she is eating it, so... who knows?
Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
I can believe that.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or... maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
I mean, she is a kid, and it's also a very, like, weird thing to understand.
Clervie, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
I still find this very unique, though. I wasn't expecting Clervie to show up.
Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clervie.
Hello.
Aw.
Clervie, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? isn't it the same for everybody?
Fair point. Unless it was different in the past.
The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
And plus, she also still has the old teachings of the house.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
You're dead.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place.
Spill the tea.
The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be.
She's saying the people in charge, not the person. So there's also multiple people who run alongside the knave? Unless Arlecchino's got rid of all of them.
In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster. Unless it's the roster of people who've been executed.
Oof. Oh yeah, because we also saw that she was injured in the animated short. Oh, that's depressing.
Wait, does that mean the knave... She...
Not the knave we know.
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry.
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clervie, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine.
Most likely not.
Maybe we should try a different approach. Clervie, do you have a wish?
To make Perry king?
A wish?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine, it's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
Okay, dramatic effect.
To go outside.
Oh wait, to see the Snezhnaya lights, right?
Where the sun can find me.
Okay, never mind.
That's... it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
I feel like there's a deeper thing to that though, right? Where the sun can find me.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
So how I'm taking it is that she wants to be free from the house then. What did she mean by that? Things can't be this simple.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up, I've got a plan.
I feel like that's what she meant, right? If no one can escape the house alive, then, you know, maybe that's her wish, to be completely cut off from it.
I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clervie outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight.
Don't worry, we can control time, we got this.
Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clervie was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Freminet, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clervie. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Yeah, the Navy is definitely going to find out about this very quickly.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
Do what we always do, walk around until something happens.
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky.
Yeah, we can just chill with Clervie.
Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while.
That's an even better
You don't
plan.
need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Yeah, easy enough.
Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
Yeah, so how should we contact you?
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong.
I feel like the moment we start making casual conversation with her, she's gonna know that something's up. Like, she isn't dumb.
Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
Nah, I can respect that. Be careful.
You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
The old beach episode?
I really hope this goes well. No, it has to go well.
Well, you've jinxed
That's
it now.
the only way this can get resolved.
I mean, you've just set the flag, mate. This is all your fault now.
Clervie, I'd like to take you somewhere. Is that okay with you?
I feel like the illusion magic won't work though, because like she already thinks it's raining, so I feel like the world she's trapped in is just one that's stuck raining forever and clouded in darkness.
Sure. Where are we going?
Wait, is that a Tartaglia I see? My boy, hello.
It's the knave and Childe.
I thought the next time we were gonna see him was maybe in like Snezhnaya. Have you recovered from your injuries?
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating?
Mm-hmm.
What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, yeah, probably getting his vision back, right?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
Still injured, makes sense.
I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well...
Got right back up and went back.
I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
You know what? I respect it.
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
I want my vision back.
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left.
I mean, she's gonna talk to him anyway, right? Since he's gonna be our messenger for Skirk, if I remember correctly.
I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay, so have you found any clues?
Can't we just tell him, like, oh yeah, she's gonna contact you anyway? Like, we have that information.
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
Makes sense.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found.
Yeah, that also makes a lot of sense.
But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
The way you become stronger is also by resting, so do that.
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
The worst of it is over.
Sure.
It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink.
Well, that's
They
brave.
didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery.
I mean, I guess I can respect it. All it takes for her is to slip some poison in there.
And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
I'm guessing the old man being the jester, right?
Project Stuzha?
Project Stuzha. Care to tell us?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrador's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer.
Okay, let me make a few notes of this, actually. Project Stuzha. I butchered the spelling on that.
Helping Lyney and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
My guy, you need to recover.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well.
Don't worry, we'll be making her go all out.
Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
There's that sass we needed.
One I could do without, I'd say.
I just love it all that these two are just so fed up with the higher-ups. Hi, guys.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Just casually trash-talking about their colleagues behind their back.
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Oh yeah, the plan that we were meant to be doing. Nice weather we're having.
Well, we just...
We what? Alright, Paimon, you're already blowing this. We wanted to learn more about you.
Right! We're super close to Lyney and the others, but we still don't know much about you!
Damn, not even maintaining eye contact? Paimon, you suck at this.
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Man, the music choice for the scene is Gordon.
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like... Why do you call yourself father?
That might be a little bit of a touchy subject, Paimon.
Huh, good question. I'd also like to know.
How I see it is I feel like the reason she calls herself father is because, you know, she doesn't want to be like the mother. Like, she kind of has like mummy issues, you know? So I don't think she wants to be labeled as such.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that, now can we?
Fair enough.
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Whoa. Hold on a minute.
Wait, don't go!
Ah, yeah, that's not obvious, is it? If the Knave leaves right now, she's sure to run into Lyney and Clervie. Should I release the bird Lyney gave us? No, we should try to get her talking about something else first. Yeah, about the House of the Hearth. What does it mean to you?
I'd also like to hear the answer to this.
Yo, Childe is really helping us with this.
I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser.
That's adorable.
Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
Childe is also a really good brother.
And why would I betray them?
Fair point.
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you?
Ooh.
At least, that's what I heard.
For good reason, though. Ooh. Again, very touchy subject for this kind of person.
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Pinocchio? The Knave betrayed the House of the Hearth? So does that mean what Clervie said was true? Does the Knave really treat her children like test subjects? Yeah, we're kind of missing a lot of context here, and, you know, there's a big misunderstanding going on.
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
Paimon, you're giving away information we're not supposed to tell her.
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Oof, that man's gonna get bodied.
Ah, well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I see.
Well, Rooster, my guy, it's been a pleasure not knowing you, but we ain't gonna see him around any longer.
Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
There's definitely a lot of context missing.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous.
You know what? Actual respect. Again, she's smart, you gotta give it to her.
Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
Because that allowed her to be trusted more.
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate.
Yep.
People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all?
Very interesting.
The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
Yeah, we have like 50,000 more questions to ask, so you're not going anywhere anytime soon. So much for learning anything else about her betrayal. She probably only revealed that other secret in order to change the subject. It seems like she's trying to avoid talking about her past. Honestly, for good reason.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Hey, Childe is such a good dude, man.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
I mean, yeah, to be honest, we have a bunch of misconceptions about her, so, you know, that makes sense. I would rather not, though.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention.
Actually, Childe might reveal some things here.
I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar.
Oh, never mind.
And the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
I thought he was going to drop some information about seeing a certain child.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
Hey, bro. Titaglia is really helping us out here.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Yeah, but she knows something. There's something about the house that's dangerous in a way. But what is it?
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand.
Fair point.
Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Oh no. I feel like the first one is what the knave actually wants to do, though.
Okay. I get the picture.
After the conversation shifts on to the topic of Tuna and Tusser, Childe becomes... Okay, it's the type of conversation that would usually... okay.
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going.
Okay, Hiverse, please give us the option to actually read through those, and then we can continue. I don't know why you do it on certain wall of text, and then others you don't. Because there's people like me who can't read quickly.
Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Honestly, we've seen you in pretty much oh, that's a name? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we see him in Natlan, to be honest. Like, that region is known for its, like, war and fighting, so... the perfect place for him.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna kill over.
He's fine.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
Oh, by the way, can I get my vision back?
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
Unless she's already given his vision back.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Smooth, Paimon. Very smooth.
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Again, she isn't dumb. She's probably already caught on to what we're trying to do.
Oh, well, you see,
Why do we let Paimon do the talking?
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about.
Ah, well, we tried our best.
Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
Thank you.
we managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Childe was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
Oh, 100% she did.
I wonder if Lyney ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
Let's use this to wish for her. Second temple. Come on, just come home early, please. Damn it. Third temple. Please. Damn you. Ferminet and Childe. Okay. Fourth temple. Arlecchino, please. I don't want to waste all my primo gems. but I feel like you're gonna maybe go to Hard Pity. Lynette. Okay, we'll do one last 10 pull. 50 pity. Damn it. Okay, we'll do one more. Come on. Why do you have to be so difficult? I mean, I do have a wishing spot to use for Arlecchino, where she nuked her mother, so we can use that.
Oh, you decided to stay a little longer. Let's take in the ocean view together then.
Alright, sure. It's quite beautiful, right? Alright, I'll do one more 10 pull. No, this will be 50-50, so... Come on. Please. Don't screw me over. Do not let me go to Hard Pity. Come on.
I am the knave.
Let's go!
Fourth of the Fatui Harbingers.
Fourth. So glad I won that, dude. Let's go!
Between us at the moment.
Yapping.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, we're good, we're good. And we also got the bell. Sick. Got 20k Primo Gems left over. Arlecchino, pleasure getting you. God, her idle animation is so sick, dude. Alright, actually. Ooh, I like that. Sick. Alright, guys, we tried to distract her as long as we could.
Lyney, how did everything go?
What's up, gang?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clervie can't go into the sunlight.
Yeah, because she's in her own world where it's raining. What do you mean? Okay.
Everything was fine at first.
Flashback.
She followed me up to the surface just like I told her.
What, and she just, like, disappeared?
But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
She just sat there like, I know what you're trying to do.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case.
That sound effect, by the way, just gave me, like, PTSD. Going back to Sumeru.
Well, we could always try pushing her into it.
Ah, great plan. Yeah, not sure pushing works on a non-corporal being.
Oh, true.
I mean, I was trying to run into her earlier, you know, there's physical contact, so pushing might work.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
I mean, there's also, like, so there's the executed list, but there's also the test subject list, I think.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look.
Also, by the way, we probably shouldn't be talking in a place where our voice echoes, right? And also where a bunch of other house members are, you know, staying, who, you know, are known to be very stealthy. And then, you know, we've also got the knave on top of that, who also probably knows that we're up to something, so she's also probably spying on us. Why are we doing this in the open? That's my question. Oh, we're also gonna sit down for it.
Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
And we can split it up. It's not too bad.
We can each take a section. Here.
Alright, bet.
La Pouillade, Landois, Chambel, Horaire.
Really touching up with the French there, Paimon. Jambel. No, we actually get photos. None of these.
Oh, yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
Yeah, he's not too bad.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Hey, some people think scars are cool.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended.
Typical guy conversation.
It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Unless, like, she did help him, like, escape. Like, she also talked about, like, the misconceptions, so who knows?
Wait, so that means the knave, she...
You never know, the man might be married by now.
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house.
Hmm.
Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
Fair enough. A solemn atmosphere descends over the group as you look around.
Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot longer than that. Also, like, Clervie looks a lot similar to Mother. So I wonder if she was actually her daughter. Which that would just be even more depressing if she was.
Let's shift our attention then. Freminet, were you able to find anything out?
Interesting.
Freminet.
My guy.
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
How so?
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filiol are a good example of that.
I mean, this is probably the darkness Clervie was talking about. Maybe it's like inevitable that everyone fights against each other. There's some sort of like cult behavior that's happening here. Or there's like some sort of force that's making them like slowly turn against each other.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here.
Makes sense.
As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for.
I think that's fair. Especially when, like, you know, you've got people there who are only interested in, like, you know, buying, like, a new dress or getting a manicure or, you know, dyeing their hair. Those types of people most likely don't want to be part of the Fatui.
Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filiol and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
Yeah, they're a lot more normal, so it makes sense.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filiol and the others... it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something.
To be honest, you're kind of doing the same thing, so everyone's being suspicious. Yeah, I definitely believe that more people know about Clervie than they let on, because Lynette knew about it, so wouldn't surprise me if others knew about it.
I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clervie.
100%.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
More like she's been like revealing the truth to them and kind of giving them more independence, which again is kind of what Arlecchino wants. Because that's the thing that doesn't make sense, right? She wants them to be independent, but at the same time she's also eliminating them when they want to leave. Like those two things conflict with each other, you know, and then she's talking about like misconceptions and all that. So I believe that when they disappear, then she's not actually eliminating them. She's pretending that she has, so, you know, they can, you know, disguise themselves and live the life they want. That's how I'm taking it anyway.
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
Again, A lot of context missing from that, but it is true.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clervie's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
Makes sense.
This is all because of Project Stuzha, isn't it?
Okay, can you lot tell us what this is? I'm very interested in it.
Whoa. Hold on a second.
It seems like it's a very big thing.
What's this Project Stuzha all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either.
Just tell us everything you know about it.
I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future.
Let me add the Rooster to the list. Yeah, so far the people involved in it is Tartaglia, Rooster, and the Regrader. I feel like Arlecchino is also a part of it. I feel like that's what they were letting on.
Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuzha.
It seems like Project Stuzha is going to be a very big thing because it currently has 4 Fatui Harbingers involved and then all of the House of the Hearth. So this project is probably going to be a big turning point in the story.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience.
And then Arlecchino definitely doesn't want that.
Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding.
So buttering them up. Gotcha.
It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
Yep, seems like the Fatui, alright. Well, it's probably because they were used to how the house was in the past, where they could control them, and they could use the house for, like, you know, experiments and sending them to the battlefield and all that jazz. So they probably want to turn the house back to how it was in the past. Looks like the Fatui are plotting something big, but given how little Lyney and the others seem to know about it, I probably won't be able to learn much. I should keep a sharp eye during any future dealings with the Fatui to see what I can learn.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife.
True.
You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying, and that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions.
Yeah, so pretty much there's a lot stirring the pot.
I thought resolving the Clervie situation would make everything go back to normal.
I feel like what needs to happen is Arlecchino needs to reveal what actually happened and just like come forward with how the house was in the past.
But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filial and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
Also true. Can't add too much to your plate.
You're right. Even if we confront Filial and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clervie for now.
By the way, where is she?
Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow.
I'm actually really interested to see what Project Stuzha is.
Lynette, you stick with me this time. Freminet, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret.
I feel like Ferminet could hold it down.
Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, boys. Your mind races with all sorts of thoughts. Okay.
Oh, I'm always looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all. Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Lyney and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you?
I feel like she will put on an act where she is, but deep down, she's probably not.
She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
Literally always protecting you, but okay. You can just hide behind me.
Trust is effort, Traveler.
Oh, was that Clervie?
Look over there.
Yeah, maybe someone should have been monitoring her. Clervie?
Quick, let's get catch up with her before anyone sees.
People are definitely going to be seeing her. Clervie!
Over there!
Hey, stop, please. Damn ghost.
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast.
Hey, she can go invisible, she's fine. Watch her run right into Arlecchino.
Oh, look! She stopped!
I mean, this is out of the shadows though, isn't it? Oh, it's also nighttime, so fair enough. What about if we just turn it morning? I should have turned it daytime. I wanted to see what would happen. Hello, Clervie. Alright. Actually, yeah, fair point. Shush.
I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is.
Yeah, again, she's in her own world. We can't change it. There's nothing here.
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right?
This story quest is probably gonna end with something depressing. I can already see it.
Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that?
Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision.
I've already kind of prepared myself for it, so I think we should be alright.
Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me.
Again, like I said before, she still has the old mindset of the old house.
As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. And you're handed over to the doctor.
Ooh.
Experimented on. And given a fate worse than death.
Yeah, screw that.
I've seen it happen again and again. And I've had enough.
Being handed over to the doctor is probably the worst case scenario.
You're saying the knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross.
Again, we're missing a lot of context.
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Yeah, because we're thinking of two separate people.
Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother.
That's what we needed.
Mother?
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again.
Based.
If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Aww.
Perry. There's that name again.
How about we just ask her to describe what Perry looks like?
Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling.
Nice one, Paimon.
It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else.
I mean, she is a spirit of the ley line, so it could be anything.
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer.
We can ask such, like, simple questions, but no one's asking them.
She looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty.
Aww.
Even prettier than the moon tonight.
Yeah, I said the same thing to Perry. I'd love to see it.
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together.
Oof, man. The feels.
But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot.
Aww.
I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her.
I'm guessing that's why she had the injuries in the animated shot.
What should I do?
Arlecchino, we need you, man. After some time, Clervie seems to come back to herself.
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her.
I feel like if we ask just much more, like, easier questions, like, oh, what does Perry look like? I feel like we could get a lot of information and piece together things. But no, but that would be way too obvious to do.
Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
Alright, the night passes.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Before we do that, I have a question.
Oh? What is it?
Have the knave and the doctor ever worked together?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clervie last night, and that's what she told us.
And has father ever gone by the name Mother?
We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership.
That makes sense.
I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth.
Ah yes, letting an absolute psycho work with children. What could go wrong with that?
Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Interesting.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clervie was talking about?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Or maybe it was an experiment to help with the curse that the knave has.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clervie referred to.
I do wonder how long it's going to take for this misunderstanding to be cleared up, though.
I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Yeah, I full-heartedly believe that.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clervie seems to think the knave and the doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys.
And Clervie also called her mother. Reveal that bit of information.
It's just that it doesn't seem like Clervie is lying either. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Yeah, let's focus on the plan for now.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her.
Yeah, my guy, I don't believe that we're really distracting her. She probably already knows something's up.
Lynette, you're with me. Freminet, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone.
Again, I feel like we're not revealing all the information. Why?
All right, let's get to it.
You know, what's this angle? Is someone listening?
Where are we going today?
Let's try somewhere further away this time.
Fair enough. I feel like if we just told them that Clervie said mother instead of father, we could actually gotten somewhere. But no, that would have been too easy. Alright, we're back. Hello again.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
So, have you just been like standing here like for a whole day?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions?
Well, feel like she might be calling us out here.
Although I must profess to being curious. Without Childe here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Oh, what? She knew? Who could have guessed?
Us? Distract you? Good one. But no, we were just here for a chat.
Bro, it was like the most obvious thing in the world. Like coming up to her for no reason after, you know, we were kind of terrified of her. Trying to stop her for no reason constantly. It just wasn't very good. And then Paimon's acting just sucks, so wasn't the best performance.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere?
Alright.
Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
Based.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
So you did that perfectly. So you know everything then?
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient.
Yeah, well, that was pretty obvious.
Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia.
Neuvillette?
Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
Ah. A threat. How fun.
What should we do?
Oh, follow her.
She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
Yeah, we should release the pigeon that Lyney gave us. Fly, bird.
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time.
Pretty sure it flew in the opposite direction. Oh wait, no, they did say they were going to go out further, so it's probably going to him.
Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good.
Yeah, we really don't have any other options. Guess all we can do is take one step at a time.
Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Lyney and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
Sounds like a plan.
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait.
Alright, let's just spill everything since she already knows. Let's try and pick for some information.
I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
Not now.
I assume you're referring to Lyney, Lynette, and Ferminet. Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately.
I mean, the only ones we really care about is Lyney, Lynette, and Ferminet, so yeah.
No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Why do I feel like you're just saying that for the sake of saying it?
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Again, the thing is, she cares about them, she also wants them to be independent, so the fact that it's conflicting with what she's saying now, she's lying about something, and I don't believe that she would really want to kill them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
Sick. There's really no other way to solve the issue.
I would imagine Lyney, Lynette, and Freminet will be able to keep their lives.
That's all we really care about, innit?
As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
But that's awful.
Hey, the game's the game.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Lyney and the others manage to dispose of Clervie in the meantime,
Oh, she already knows.
all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove.
Yeah, I didn't think she knew who it was, but I guess that also makes sense why she would know. Tell us more about Clervie.
If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
Alright, it's a deal then.
Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time.
Yeah, about that. Fair enough.
It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it.
Yeah, I feel like plotting against Arlecchino is probably not the best of ideas.
Wait, where do did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand.
I feel like everything we're doing is just gonna be shut down.
I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Lyney what you've learned.
Alright, sure thing.
Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
Alright, where's my boy Neuvillette? I don't know if we're also seeing Farina, but I would also appreciate that. There he is. My boy.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Monsieur Neuvillette.
I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
I feel like a meeting request with the knave of all people, kind of an important thing.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect.
So great to hear his voice, man.
Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis.
Yeah, well, some things came up.
I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
What's up?
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal.
Damn it,
Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Yeah, can we also read that, please? That would, we would appreciate that. I feel like it's just gonna be kept hidden between us. Sneaky. Oh. Hey, can someone say something? It's way too quiet. This is making me uncomfortable. Please, someone.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
At the risk of causing offense, can you tell us?
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. So allow me to use water as an analogy.
Alright, sure.
A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean.
The ocean being freedom? You know, going out into the world? That's kind of how I'm taking it.
Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Okay, pretty weird when you're thinking about how she's talking about children in that way. Yeah, see, how I'm taking it is that, again, she wants them to have independence and freedom. So I feel like what she asked for, maybe, like, for the house to, like, disband. And that's kind of how things would cause offense. I don't know.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Kind of.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
Oh, okay, so maybe she wants some of the children to also work, like, actual, like, different jobs as, like, an assistant, pretty much. But there's also some people who wouldn't want to work with, like, ex-Fatui members, or Fatui members in general.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
Yeah, so it seems like that's what she's doing. It seems like she wants to disband the house.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
Expound? Also, by the way, guys, can we get some, like, music in here? It's so silent.
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I feel like the house is like kind of like a necessary evil though. They're getting rid of bad people, right? From what we've seen so far. I don't know if they're also taking out good people, but it is what it is.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
What, from Arlecchino's teaser?
Tartuffe. Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing.
Yeah, we had no part of that. Totally.
Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
Sick.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy.
Whoa.
I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Yeah, I got you the good stuff.
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Bro, can we like fully hear the deal? Can we read what you gave him? Please? Monsieur, please tell us.
I believe I've told you before that my emotions easily resonate with those of others. Yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense any aspect of her emotional state. Her mind is like a still body of water. Who knows what darkness lies in its depths, and the lack of ripples on the surface gives nothing away.
That's probably why the mother really liked her. And then, you know, there's also that curse business. There's a lot going on with her.
It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being, or whether it's an incredible strength of will that gives her the ability to master her emotions. Either scenario, however, suggests she is a very dangerous individual.
Indeed.
I do not expect an explanation as to why you two are by her side. Whatever your reasoning, I would only advise you to take caution.
We're being blackmailed. Help.
What exactly were you talking about back there?
Do you actually expect to get an answer?
Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Yes, I would really like to know. God damn it.
Lyney, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay.
Don't worry, we'll get all the answers soon. It'll just be all lumped onto us at once.
Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
I am thinking about a lot, yeah. The knave may seem relaxed, but she didn't seem to be joking earlier when she said those who betray the organization must pay with their lives. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. I mean, again, she's very good at disguising her emotions, so we don't really know. It's just that her words kind of conflict with each other, so that's the only thing that doesn't make sense. How should we stop her? No, there's something else we should figure out first. While we were talking in front of the Palace Memoria, she mentioned Clervie's name. Does that mean she knew where Clervie was the entire time? Maybe she anticipated how Lyney and the others were going to act. Or maybe it's only something they can do and Arlecchino isn't able to achieve. Yeah, who's this guy running about? Okay, I wasn't looking at the pictures. I just kind of skimmed through them. But that guy had a scar on his face. I can't remember, like, I think it was, his name was Horror, right? Because they kept talking about his scar on his face. So I'm pretty sure that's him.
Oh, shoot. Are you alright?
Yeah, Mandem, what are you doing?
Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going.
Yeah, I knew it. She wasn't actually killing them. She's just disguising it as she is. My bad. I also wasn't paying attention.
Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
Haha, get it? House. He looks kind of familiar for some reason. The scar.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway.
By the way, is your name Horror?
It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
Okay, so I don't know if he's talking about family as in the house or just a different family in general.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
I mean, you know who she is. Smart,
Hold
though.
On.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I just realized as well, he's probably talking about his own family. I just realized, you know, he had a girl he liked.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
See, she cares, man. She cares.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune.
She's a good father.
If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
Unless, like, their punishment is that they forget? But he also seemed kind of nervous there. Who knows?
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer?
Yeah, how about we stand still and read?
Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
Bro, at this point, just say, oh yeah, let's go eat so we can distract her for a little bit longer. Just be truthful. She already knows our true intentions. Looks like Paimon is trying to buy us some more time. If we head back now, I doubt Lyney and the others have made any progress. What should we do?
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless.
Makes sense.
That being said, I could be persuaded to give Lyney some extra time. I just have one condition.
Shoot it.
If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Clervie, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Yes, go on.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
Hey, at this point, we'll take it.
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Also, fair enough point.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
Imagine if the condition is that we have to give information about Paimon. Your condition, let's hear it.
Wonderful. Here it is.
Okay.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Again, should have expected that. A condition that leaves it up to us. Gotcha.
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
When she makes herself to be the big baddie and, you know, all that jazz. You know, the big act.
That is for you to decide.
Alright. We accept your condition.
Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Alright. Hey, she's smart with how much information she reveals. But she's someone that we can trust. To the nameless ruins. Ah, hey, it's the spot where she nuked the mother. I think we can finally get this misunderstanding cleared up though. Wait, did the ruins look like this before? They definitely changed this, right? Because I remember coming here like a few days before this update dropped, so I think they cleaned it up a little bit.
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble.
Yeah, because you nuked the place.
No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you.
We can finally clear up the misunderstanding. Thank you.
It was before I became a Harbinger, and before Lyney and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clervie and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
Ah, so Clervie was the daughter of Mother. That's confirmation.
You were the one that killed Clervie?
Why?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clervie's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning.
Alright. We can finally get the details.
Clervie was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crepuscula, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crepuscula was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clervie's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house.
Oh, that's so messed up, dude. Because then you also think about the scene in the animated short where she's like, oh, does mothers normally argue with their daughters? And then, like, Clervie's all beaten up. Ugh.
Clervie was happy here. For a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
What is it with, like, mothers being absolute devils?
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge.
And we do know that she was really good with a sword.
Crepuscula came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title.
Okay, so it was an inheritance thing. Okay, gotcha.
It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose.
To be sent off as experiments or to be sent to the battlefield?
They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
Man. Yeah, screw Carabiner or whatever her name was.
So those were the experiments Clervie was talking about. But what actually happened to her?
Yeah, I think that's the question people actually want to know. Why did Arlecchino actually go through with it?
You said that Clervie was Crepuscula's daughter, so if Clervie tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crepuscula probably would have listened, right?
No? Yeah, someone that, forces children to fight each other to the death and, sends them off to be experimented on and sends them on dangerous missions. Oh yeah, surely she would listen to her own daughter, right? Nah, man, people like that are irredeemable.
Despite being Clervie's mother, Crepuscula cared little for her daughter. She forced Clervie to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clervie did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crepuscula had created.
Damn, man. And that explains why she was probably beaten up most of the time.
Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clervie's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
A.k.a. Perry.
Wait, the friend that Clervie mentioned?
It was you.
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now.
What, like friend turned enemy?
Clervie was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded.
I don't know, man. It seemed like you two were getting along very well in the animated shot.
Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crepuscula's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clervie longed for freedom, Perouere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end.
I'm glad they're giving us, like, visuals, though.
Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clervie told Perouere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed.
Oh, and that's basically what she's doing. Like, she's done a very good job at, you know, actually creating a family that cares about each other. And she does care about them, you know, helping the ones that were executed. Again, there's just so much that she's not revealing.
There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clervie proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating.
Damn, man.
The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will.
Yeah, well, I think we already knew that this story quest was probably going to go in that direction.
Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Perouere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
So that was the memory that we were seeing. So what caused that light to disappear then?
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed.
Oof.
10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Perouere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if she kept her own daughter around because she knew she was close to Arlecchino. Because we already know that Mother really liked Arlecchino, so it wouldn't surprise me if she was planning to use her own daughter as, like, you know, to get very close to then make Arlecchino kill her. Some messed up business. I wouldn't put it past her.
It was during this time that Perouere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clervie rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous Harbinger, Crepuscula possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success.
Also, the curse here, it's not developed. Unless they just, like, forgot to add that. It's not even on her hand at this point. So unless it's, like, a curse that constantly, like, fluctuates depending on, like, maybe her emotions, that's probably why she's kind of, like, capped her emotion in a state where her curse remains where it is, but she also can utilize the power of it.
Clervie never gave another reason, but Perouere could see it written all over her face. Clervie still thought of Crepuscula as her mother.
Yep.
Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross.
So what happened between these two then?
If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Death.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free.
And... Jesus, dude.
It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Perouere. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clervie decided to let Perouere end her life.
Jesus.
From that moment on, Perouere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success.
That was pretty much the motivation that Arlecchino needed to actually go after the Mother.
It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness.
Makes sense.
She was unsettled. and there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Yeah, killing the person at the very top for very good reason.
Crusabina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared.
But in the flashback, the place was already destroyed, right? I think there might just be like an error there. Maybe it was like a place nearby.
The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules.
Fair enough. So, unless like Arlecchino's plan is to make Lyney and Lynette and all of them rebel, and then to overthrow her so they can make their own rules, kind of in a way, so the name of the house still remains. Kind of the influence that Arlecchino has is removed, because she's already achieved one of her goals, which is to make them like strong and independent. But now, since there's the whole thing about, you know, the rules about them not being able to leave, they're kind of scared of her. So that's kind of why she wants them to rebel. I don't know, that's how I'm taking it.
Peruere won the battle, and became a Harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
Sick.
So the Perry Clervie was talking about... It was you all along. You're Peruere. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
So this was your story just as much as Clervie's.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories.
That's sweet.
After I defeated Crusabina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father.
Yeah, that's kind of what I said earlier. Like, she doesn't want to be tied to that, like, mother role. Damn, man, her story's so interesting. Like, it's just super refreshing to actually be shown, like, all the dark stuff, you know, instead... Because Genshin does have, like, a lot of dark, you know, things in its story. It's just, like, a lot of it is actually hidden away in, like, you know, books and all of that. It's never directly shown to us. So, well, kind of. They've changed that around with Fontaine. Like, they've kind of been telling us and showing us a lot more, like, serious topics. I just hope that what they do from now on is that they continue with that in the future with, like, different regions. Just, that's how I view it anyway.
And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
The Clervie we met, though, who is she exactly?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clervie wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clervie we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
I mean, it's just like ley line tomfoolery, right?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin.
Kind of that wish to expose what the house was, which is why she's probably telling the other children about what happened.
You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume.
Okay, so it's off Arlecchino's curse. Interesting, okay. Again, there's a lot of context onto what Arlecchino's curse could possibly be. I just never read about it. I know there's some things that you can. There's probably a lot of things tying to whatever that is. I just don't know about it.
Of course. The chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clervie is a very special case.
Yeah, just that desire to expose things.
Clervie died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well.
So she probably forgot about all the other, like, 10 years of memories. So she probably only has, like, 6 years worth of memories. Okay, did not mean to have that skip. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years worth. Yeah, okay, so I was right. However, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up. And plus, she also has the body of it, so...
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
I mean, she was also talking about it raining whilst we was in the cave, so yeah, it makes sense.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clervie is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
Okay.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clervie for a long time.
But is it one of those things where it's not as easy as like, oh, you just can like kill them, but maybe it's something like they can't die until their regret or wish is like fulfilled?
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives.
She's the MVP though.
But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who would listen.
Yeah, because she's probably seeing Arlecchino as her mother, so...
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
Okay, my voice is starting to go. So I'm guessing Arlecchino tried to tell her that, you know, I'm Perry, I'm the new one in charge.
Your attempts to expose Clervie to sunlight. They failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clervie's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this very perception that traps her there.
Interesting, okay.
But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Like, okay, in terms of like how Arlecchino is, it makes sense why she thinks this is the only solution, but there's probably a better way of going about this.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gun, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them.
But I wonder if it's also that Arlecchino doesn't want to talk to her because she's regretful that she killed her.
I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
I mean, it seems like the other ones that broke the rules, they're living just fine, so... What's up with that? Voice lines?
Is this really what you want to do?
That's what we need more of.
Whatever could you mean?
Yeah, go on, Traveler.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Ah, going for the feels, I see.
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow.
You don't want to confront your problems, man.
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
I mean, you can also be, like, sad about something, but also do something, you know? But I also get where she's coming from.
Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall.
Well, time to have a showdown, I guess.
I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I gave your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now,
oh, the
we'll
music.
Just have to wait and see.
Alright. She'll probably get a goodbye in the end. Won't surprise me that Clervie comes in.
Here they are, Father.
Ah, she's hanging about.
You gonna execute him? Seeing
Jesus.
something like that would actually be a first for me.
Bro, okay, this one actually needs help. Like, seriously. All the other ones, like, yeah, they're kind of quirky and, you know, a bit weird. But False, actual psychopath.
Lyney!
Clervie.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time.
Here we go.
But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh?
Go on, look at the eyes. Piece it together.
Are you... Perry?
There we go.
Okay, we can make some progress.
Indeed, it's been a while, Clervie.
Harry!
Don't let her get close.
Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Uh-oh. Calm down, please.
Father, let me explain.
Lyney, my guy, ain't gonna work. You gotta work together, man. That's what she wants.
Out of my way.
Oof.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
That word is absolutely ruined for me. Sick.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Oh, you just kind of outed yourself, but yeah.
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Ain't gonna work, Chief.
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Of course it's Fultz, the snitch.
Yes, Father. Secret midnight meeting number 3. Participants: Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy.
Snitch.
Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in.
Oh, okay. Let's not undermine her too much.
Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person.
Fair enough.
Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I mean, she's not wrong, is she?
I did not!
Really?
You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
Family drama. Sick.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clervie. You were using all those things Clervie brought up as an excuse to question Father.
Shut up, Fultz.
We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Seems about right, though, to be honest.
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh?
Well, it's not even the fact that you might have done anything to him. He's just a bit of a psycho, isn't he?
And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filial.
About what?
We don't want you to die. You're our family.
I mean, just a second ago, you were like, oh, we're gonna see someone get executed. This is the first time for me. Make up your mind, you psychotic child.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial.
Like, all the other ones I feel sorry for, but, man, Fultz? Nah.
A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
But some of them seem kind of truthful, though.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
I mean, okay, truth be told, right? You are literally having meetings and talking in a place that echoes. And there's other family members here who have been trained for stealth. Like, I would assume that there's always someone eavesdropping. Come on, guys.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clervie too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today.
See, look at that. See, therapy, all right? We're all getting a little bit of family therapy.
If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Because this is what, like, Arlecchino doesn't want. She wants them to be independent, right? So if they're tied down by rules, it ain't gonna work. What I'm assuming is that she wants the children to work together to overthrow her. Maybe.
Why? Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Chaplot. Faults. I'm sorry, Father.
Aye.
We accept our punishment.
I mean, Lyney, Lynette, and Ferminet is probably not going to allow it, though.
Chaplot, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
Is that true, though? Certainly didn't seem like it with the Scarface we saw earlier.
And so it shall be.
Yeah, you're feeling bad now, Faults?
Father, please wait!
Knew it was going to be Lyney.
Something you want to say, Lyney?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal?
Depends on your definition of betrayal.
We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like.
Yeah, fair point.
I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been.
Again, I feel like just Arlecchino's putting on this act.
So please, Father, please reconsider.
I agree with Lyney.
Ferminet.
Father, please.
MVPs, man.
Lyney, you...
Yeah, there it is.
I also agree with Lyney.
The children are gonna overthrow her. Maybe, I don't know. It seems like.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way.
Oh, shit.
Draw your weapons and face me.
Alright, let's begin.
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Hey, the ones that wins make the rules.
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules. One that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
This is where the hype kicks in.
Wait. Beat Father in a duel?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Lyney.
I mean, I feel like you all come at her at once, maybe. Unless the duel is only for Lyney. Sick. Just throwing cards. Nice, dude. Freminet with the bell.
Did you hear that, Traveler?
Hey, can we lend a hand to make it a little bit more fair?
Lyney and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that?
No.
If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
I'm thinking, is executing them really what she wants? Yeah, it isn't. There we go.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
We're kicking into the flashbacks now. Sick.
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Again, the biggest evidence of her not actually killing them is that person with the scar on his face. Horror, or whatever his name was. Back then, she never actually answered my question. But that makes the answer pretty obvious, doesn't it? Misconceptions, that's what she rolls off.
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
There's no way the knave will lose on purpose, although... I mean, she only said to display a certain amount of strength. She didn't actually say beat her, so who knows?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
She knew it was
and
coming.
lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Alright, let's step in.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Standing on business, Paimon.
Traveler?
Sick, dude. I like to see for myself what the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers can do. What a line.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
Hell yeah, Paimon, how about you join in? If that's okay.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all.
That's so sick, dude.
All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give
Here
it
we
no
go.
fall. Any less. And you may just lose your life.
I'm pretty sure I have the right team on. Alright, let's begin. Oh. Hello?
Gather!
Just... That's so intimidating.
Closer now.
Nah, we're good, Chief.
Rising flames.
I mean, we could have we probably could have put a better team on, but this team should be alright.
Solidify.
Where'd you go?
Father's even stronger than I expected.
I mean, she hadn't hit us yet.
Destruction shall rise.
Oh, the blood debt.
Have a taste of her.
Order guide you.
Pretty sure for the blood debt we need to like attack, right? Yeah, we do. Okay.
Closer now.
Yo, you guys enjoying the show?
Spare your energy. Running is a...
Yo, where is she? Oh, there she is.
Let the mighty be humbled.
The same mistakes. Alright.
Stable.
And voila.
Lyney just chatting. Nah, she's invincible.
Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
Alright, phase 2. Absolutely love that. This farm is sick, dude. Yeah, the nuke. Alright. Bro, it's such a good design, man. Cinder of Two Worlds. Yeah, the spider-like wings. Oh, it would have been sick if Lyney and the... Oh! Okay. Zhongli, no! Alright, well, I wasn't expecting to get nuked within like 2 seconds. Alright. That was unacceptable. Yeah, I get it. Charged attacks. Alright. Oh, okay. Probably shouldn't have gone into that. Okay, we're fine. Hell yeah, dude. We're actually seeing the Traveler fight. Woo! Oh, come on, Traveler, let's get it. There it is. Come on, Lyney. Oh, jeez. Let's go, Ferminet. Use that bell.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, damn. Hey, can we help? Damn.
Oh, I know.
Sick, dude. MVP, man.
I'm sorry, Father!
Hey, that was a solid attack, though. Probably didn't work. Yeah. Damn, man.
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
That ain't gonna work.
She's so badass, man. Oh, damn. Yo, Clervie, please? Oh no, she's going for Clervie. She is terrifying though.
Father, no!
Oh, we got out. Jesus, man.
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Bro, she's like 2 times taller than us. Wait, what is that? Wait, hold on a minute. Yeah, domain expansion? Acheron?
I can't move.
Hey, please? Aw. You fought well.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
Shit, man. Jesus. Okay, so we can kind of grasp where the Traveler is on like a power scaling, you know? On the power level. Yeah, she don't wanna execute them.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
So she wanted to grasp our strength for some reason. Man, that scene was so sick, dude. You good, mate?
Brother, are you alright?
Lyney.
I mean, the man did tank that attack. You gotta give respect to him.
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
I mean, she never said what the punishment was though, right?
I never thought things would end like this.
The punishment is you get to live a normal life.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution.
Alright, that's great.
Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Bottled flames, what is that?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Good for you.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
I'm guessing it's some type of healing?
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment.
Oh, with the
Under
doctor.
certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved.
Interesting.
Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away.
Ah, that's what she did with the Scarface dude. Okay, so yeah, he did forget his memories then. I was right. So that's their punishment then. They stay alive, but their memories get removed, and they leave the house.
If you can withstand the pain, when you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization.
Oh, that's actually really kind though.
In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
But then, you know, the punishment being like, oh, you'll lose all the memories of growing up here, which there's probably been some good memories here. So that means the young man that I thought looked familiar, the one selling the newspaper outside the palace, he must have been the same Horror we saw in the list of executions. He wasn't killed at all.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
So they're gonna be preserved in her, like, scythe then, in a way, I guess? No. If my understanding of the knave is right, she really thinks of that as killing him. The Horror that lived in the House of the Hearth is dead. The one that remains is simply a normal person living out his life with his beloved. So that's also what the knave meant when she was like, when she said she was gonna cleanse them, when she was talking with Neuvillette. Interesting. Even so, it's much better than actually ending their lives.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
Seems to be the case.
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
I really like how she like thinks about this. I like her mindset.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore.
I think that's fair.
I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
But how much of your memories get erased, though? Because we saw with the guy is that he was kind of scared of the knave. So, like, subconsciously, he was, like, nervous of her. He just didn't have any memories of Arlecchino. So, like, subconsciously, they still know about her.
Of course. I'll remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
So yeah, I think that's a really unique way of approaching this. Especially with this type of organization.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. And bring Lyney and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours.
They won't take them. Because there's a difference between these 3 and that girl. Like, she wants to just completely forget about everything and live her own life. Like, these 3 actually care about being a family. Like, they want to be a family, so they don't want to forget.
Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
And Clervie also saw all of this, so she might come to an understanding, given that she is kind of like this special flame. Ugh, they're defeated.
Father.
Let's go.
Yeah, I really can't see these 3 taking it.
Here, grab my arm, Lyney. I'll help you walk back.
Foltz, I still don't like you.
Thank you.
Clervie.
Yeah, what's gonna happen here now? No, let us see this, please. Okay, thank you.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time.
I thought for a moment that we're gonna skip that. I was terrified.
You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up?
What a, like, difficult thing to explain.
Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
I mean, you're thinking along the kind of right lines.
Neither. You died, Clervie. That's what happened.
An easier way to put it.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's done speechless.
Yeah, if this is really Clervie's younger self, then I would say she's probably had enough lies. That's true.
Oh. Okay then.
Oof.
Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that?
Like, she seemed very smart for her age, so it wouldn't surprise me that she figures it out.
Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then
Damn.
I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me.
The trust, Jesus.
Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a Harbinger now, Perry, That means Mother is gone, isn't she?
That is correct.
Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
Killed both of you.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together.
From what we saw from the animated shot.
Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time.
Jesus, man.
That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors.
I fucking hate her, dude. What a shit parent. Holy fuck.
Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised.
God. Even I want to kill her. Jesus.
But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope.
That's sweet.
You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me,
"You'll make a great king."
for the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die.
Jesus, man. It's just depressing, man.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down.
I mean, what, like 10 plus years of that? Yeah, that's no surprise.
But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Man, I'm like this close to crying. And if they hit us with any emotional song with vocals in it, I'm a goner. I'm just saying it right now.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate.
Yeah, their own independence.
It's something I discussed with the Iudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past.
Just also props to Neuvillette for, like, accepting that in the first place. Great suggestion by Arlecchino, and just Neuvillette being the Chad.
Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
I respect it.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for.
Aww.
You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too.
Oof, man.
I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
I feel like Arlecchino might be able to make that possible, though.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
100%, man.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears out for 3 days straight.
I mean, with Paimon's, like, explanations, probably, like, 3 weeks, but alright. How about we talk about the Nation of Freedom? I feel like that's very fitting.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard.
It'll fit right in.
Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
It's so sweet, man. Alright, talk about the land of Geo, nation of contracts.
Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before.
Well, not anymore. They kind of gave away the gnosis.
If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother.
Maybe not for Mother, but, you know, fair enough.
It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
There we go, we need Arlecchino in a dress now. Talk about the land of Electro, nation of eternity.
Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like?
They can look cute.
I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like that?
We've got one.
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni.
Ito.
Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly as scary as they look.
Ito's a Chad. Talk about the land of Dendro, the nation of wisdom.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying.
Honestly, not wrong. The amount of, before we got there, the amount of secret things everyone was doing was mad.
I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great.
You tell Clervie about the various nations you visited. Eventually, the conversation returns to Fontaine.
The situation was super dangerous. Lyney and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles.
Yeah, we made a pretty good lawyer as well.
Oh no, that must have been hard for all of you. What happened next?
Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly. All thanks to Detective Paimon, of course.
Yeah. Detective Paimon was actually quite enjoyable. She wasn't annoying.
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me.
Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Yeah, we can let Paimon describe this. We can talk with Arlecchino. Clervie is listening really intently to Paimon's story about our time in Fontaine. She seems really happy, like all of her troubles have been forgotten. Maybe this is the first ever time she's been able to truly relax. That's adorable. But I'm not sure how long this moment can last.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
As time passes, she'll probably forget everything we've told her and go back to being that scared little girl who could only hide in the shadows. Huh. I was so busy thinking, I almost didn't notice. The sun has risen. Ah, she's in the sun. Oh no, not a cutscene. No, dude.
Clervie, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends.
Yeah,
you are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth.
She's done a good job, though.
You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
Say goodbye.
You're saying that I can finally leave?
Aww.
I get to experience the outside world as well?
Oh no, man. Oh, Jesus, dude.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me.
Oof.
Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel.
Ah, nah, man.
Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Oof, you can hear it, dude. At least you said goodbye, man. Oof. Right in the feels, dude.
Clervie.
Nice. You got me, Hoyaverse. Well done.
She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
Yeah, she was happy in the end, though.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid.
Yeah, you can tell that hurt her. You can hear it in her voice.
I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures.
Come on, man.
But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye.
Jesus, dude.
Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
That's a good rule to go by. Oh.
Father?
Man, you need to be resting.
It's Lyney! Hey, Lyney!
What's up, my guy?
What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
I mean, you still need to say goodbye, right?
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
Yeah. Yeah, Lyney, Lynette, and Ferminet are gonna stay.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father.
Mm-hmm.
But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known.
Damn, dude.
Lynette and Ferminet feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I feel like she did a very good job at being a father, though. For the organization that they were part of, she did pretty goddamn well.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house.
There it is.
Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
Like, Lyney just cares about being a family. Like, he's willing to fight for that.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family.
Mm-hmm.
You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
I wasn't able to acknowledge it as well, but like during the cutscene when he's fighting, the fact that he uses his magic to actually create a distraction, it's such a fun way to fight. Really enjoyed that part. Another flashback.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Lyney. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
Yeah, he stood on business, man.
You're a hero, Lyney.
Hero? Father is the real hero.
I mean, you can't undermine what you did as well.
Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel.
I mean, I feel like she planned it way before then anyway.
I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
I mean, you can learn.
You're wrong.
You're wrong, I'm right.
In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it.
I mean, yeah, I feel like if you're willing to stand up to someone like the Knave, I feel like you have enough strength to be on a throne.
We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction.
True.
What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time.
Great advice, man.
Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
I mean, and then you've also got Lynette and Ferminet who also stood up. Like, you gotta give praise to them as well.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities.
I mean, it was the curse that came in clutch, though. Also, like, you know, the power of friendship. Till this day, I've replayed the kick scene about, like, 50,000 times. It's so good, man.
Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
Very good advice.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
100%, man.
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuzha at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down.
Totally forgot about that. Yeah, Stuzha is definitely going to be a very important turning point in the story, it seems like. 4 Fatui Harbingers working on it. The rest of the House of the Hearth. Something big's going to happen.
Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
MVP Lyney, man. What a guy.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuzha, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson.
Sick.
Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us.
So it's possible that they might betray the Fatui then. Interesting. Because Tartaglia only cares about the Tsaritsa. He don't really care about, like, the other Harbingers, right? So he's kind of on our side unless the Tsaritsa gives him a direct order, or the Tsaritsa gives him a direct order that endangers his family. Then we've got the Wanderer, aka Scaramouche, that's on our side. And then we've also got the House.
At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain.
Man, she's so cool, dude.
As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment.
Nah, we'll be friends from now on.
No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Because it also seems like Arlecchino was testing our strength as well. So I feel like 2 of her goals here was to weed out the last remaining members that weren't fully loyal, and to also test our strength for some reason. Can't wait to rewatch that cutscene though. There's a lot going on there.
Didn't Lyney say that Lynette and Ferminet were recovering at the Hotel Booth d'été?
Did indeed.
Paimon wonders how they're doing. Maybe we should go check on them.
Radio Chief. What's up, squad?
Lynette? Ferminet? How are you feeling?
God, I'm starting to lose my voice.
Much better.
That's good to know.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
Yeah, I'm right as rain. Never heard that before, but okay.
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over.
That sounds fun.
Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Clervie gone?
Mm-hmm.
Lyney and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
We bid her farewell under a blanket of sunlight. Her wish has been fulfilled.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crepuscula and Clervie. Actually, I've met Crepuscula before.
Oh yeah. I can't remember. Freminet was like a part of the house when Crepuscula was in charge, right?
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crepuscula died a year after Clervie. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth.
Oh, okay. I thought Carabina died on the same day as Clervie. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Crepuscula had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone.
Jesus, man.
Crepuscula never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crepuscula and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clervie included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Arlecchino's such a great character, man. She fully deserved that, though.
Father took in Lyney and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crepuscula or Clervie.
Which makes sense.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself.
I mean, it's a very traumatic experience, so it makes sense why she wouldn't want to talk about it.
The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
Because it's just a horrible thing to remember.
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it.
That's fair.
The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now.
I can respect that. Sorry, there's plane flying over.
And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crepuscula did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been.
True.
The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit.
A person that, like, makes children fight against each other to the death, gives them away for experiments, sends them to battlefields to, you know, do dangerous missions. Yeah, not a very caring person. Surprise.
If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Yeah, don't think about that.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together.
Again, because it seems like she also kind of wants a family, you know. I mean, again, she said that she has a different meaning of family, but it's sort of similar, you know.
But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home.
That's fair.
We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Aw, it's a good family. They definitely have their quirks, but still good.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go.
So I'm guessing the next time we're going to be seeing the knave and, you know, these three or the rest of the house is when we see this project, what's it called? Wait, I made a note somewhere. When we do see Project Stuzha. So whenever that will be, I don't know if that might be in like Snezhnaya or somewhere around there. I am interested to know what it is going to be about since, because all we know from Lyney, it's the Fatui strategic plan for the future, whatever that means. We're going to have to wait and see.
So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
All good, mate.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Yeah, just invite us back as guests, and we'll call it even.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Sick.
Are Filial and Nantoy okay?
Yeah, what are they up to?
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning.
Oh.
They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently.
Oh yeah, because they really like operas, don't they?
They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
That's sweet. When the Hearth-Flame goes out, man, that was such a good story. Jesus, dude. And then we got the fireplace. Again, man, that was super enjoyable. I feel like that's personally my favorite story quest so far. I don't know if that's just recency bias, but that was just so good. Got hit right in the feels at the end, you know, had great action, great story. And again, it was just nice seeing Lyney, Lynette, and Ferminet, like, just getting more of the spotlight. So yeah, hopefully we do get to see them more in the future, since we have that whole Project Stuzha coming up. Oh well, whenever that's going to be anyway. And something big's going to happen with that, so looking forward to that. Right, and that wraps up Arlecchino's story quest. So if you don't want to miss any future reactions to Genshin Impact content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you then.